Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for Studio 512. There is a really cute spot in Elgin that's celebrating their second anniversary soon. It's called Lo-Fi Coffee House and Studio, and founder and baker Ashley Dalkey is here to tell us more about her space. I think it's precious. Ashley, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so glad you're here, and I want to ask you a little bit about Lo-Fi and why you wanted to start it. You came to culinary school right here in Austin.
Yes, so we moved from Alaska so I can go to culinary school, and baking and coffee has always been something I've wanted to do, and here we are.
Yeah. So when you were going through culinary school, what spoke to you about baking, pastries, that kind of thing? Because it's much more chemistry oriented, scientific. You have to be a lot more precise than with something like cooking.
Right, yeah, I think it's the artistic background behind it. Yeah, you can get so creative, and everything is just so beautiful, it seems.
It seems. Yeah, absolutely. You brought us some beautiful pieces here to show us. Just wanted to ask a little bit more about the studio portion of Lo-Fi House, Coffee House and Studio. So coffee obviously on tap, it's available. Do you guys do all different types of like espresso and things like that?
Yep, so full service coffee bar, espresso, cold brew, full service bakery now, and the studio portion is we're big in the art community in Elgin. So we host a number of workshops, pop-ups. We have an art show happening right now that just started last night.
So exciting.
Yep, so we really try to support the local art community in Elgin.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you about some menu highlights, but you actually brought them for us to see here in person. And I never know if I'm saying it right. Scone. It depends on what side of the pond I think you're on.
Right.
But talk to me, starting with the scone that you've got over there.
Yeah, so we have our savory scone. It's a cheddar and herb buttermilk scone. Our ham and cheese croissant.
That sounds amazing.
This is a favorite. This is our strawberry almond croissant. Plain butter, Queen Amman, another scone. This is sweet cherry vanilla. And our brownie. It's a raspberry swirl brownie.
Wow.
A yogurt blueberry coffee cake. And then our infamous brown butter chocolate chunk cookies.
Okay, you said the brown butter makes it a multi-step cookie.
It is.
But worth it.
So worth it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it means you literally have to brown the butter, y'all. Like, yeah, it is.
Yep.
And then, of course, cookie dough loves to be cold before
exactly.
it gets baked. So there are a couple of things happening.
Yeah, yeah. It's a multi-day cookie, but it's great.
Okay. Yeah. I do want to come back to Queen Amman. We were talking about it. If you're a fan of a certain British baking show that happens to show on Netflix, you will probably know about these little guys right here because they have been kind of a blind challenge before. You say they're kind of new to Elgin. You're educating people about them.
I think so. I think people were kind of surprised to see something on the menu that they couldn't pronounce easily.
It's like Kouign, just so everyone.
There's like a dash and multiple ends. But it's been really exciting to bring some new culinary stuff into Elgin.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split one open just so people can understand. Like you can see the multi-layers that are happening here on the Queen Amman. But as you said, people ask if it's a muffin, and so I just want to split this sucker open so that you can see it opens like a croissant does. Oh my goodness, it looks absolutely delicious. Okay, you also brought some finishing work to do, so you're kind of calling this a croissant of sorts.
Yeah. So it's basically our Queen Amman croissant dough filled with an almond paste, strawberry jam, and then topped with fresh strawberries, and then a cream cheese whip.
A cream cheese whip. Okay, so you've got the cream cheese whip here. It looks really nice on the way you've done it, but I'm going to need a little instruction. Why don't you tell me how it goes?
I'll demo this first one.
Sure. She's probably going to do it like this too.
Well, we'll see. Just do a little wave back and forth.
A little wave back
stop,
and forth.
And then that's it.
Okay, all right.
Easiest way is to wrap it around your thumb.
Oh, wrap it around my thumb. Okay, hang on.
Yep.
Like this? I don't know what I'm doing.
That works too.
Yeah.
Like this.
I'm learning from the
wrap it.
teacher. Aha.
Like that way.
Like
There you
this,
go.
y'all. Okay, look at that. And then start high up.
Yep, high up.
Okay.
And then go back and forth, back and forth.
I'm wiggling.
There you go.
I'm
there you go.
wiggling.
Stop.
Okay.
And then you're done.
Okay, it's not the most
Beautiful.
vertical, but you did teach me something. was just told in my ear that my director and my producer are disowning me because I did such a bad job.
No, it's gonna taste delicious either way.
It's gonna be just as tasty, I promise.
Yes.
And with a cream cheese whip, something like that, what else would that go well with?
We use it on a lot of our pastries. You can use it as a cake filling, cupcake topping, Danish filling. It's a nice vanilla bean whipped cream, but it's stabilized with a little bit of cream cheese. Nice and thicker. Nice and pipeable.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so let's talk about your second birthday bash, which is coming up, and congratulations on it. Yeah, what are you going to be doing there?
Yes, so May 24th, Lo-Fi is celebrating our second anniversary, and we're doing more of a kind of a higher carnival party.
Okay.
I get like a little bit of elevated carnival party. We're going to be grilling some food. We have cotton candy, homemade pretzels, kettle corn, face painting.
Did I see Fancy Fluff?
Fancy Fluff will be there with cotton candy.
I haven't talked to her in years. I'm so glad to hear she's still around because she comes up with wacky flavors.
Oh yeah, we're so
oh man, we're gonna have to call her back into the studio, but that's a lot of fun. And then face painting, I think you mentioned.
Face painting, games, giveaways, the works.
All sorts of fun. Okay, and then you did mention arts and culture. That's really big to y'all. There's an event in Elgin starting today?
It started last night.
Oh, last night.
The kickoff was last night. They have studio tours all day today and tomorrow, as well as workshops.
Okay.
So we have an event at the shop today. We have a storyteller, and then we have 2 pop-ups artists tomorrow.
Lovely. Yeah. So get to attend a lot of things and eat and drink.
Yes.
Lovely pastries and coffee along the way. Ooh, this sounds so dreamy. All right, Ashley, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, guys, learn more about exciting upcoming events and all that the store has to offer by visiting in person in Elgin or by going online to loficoffeehouse.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Buff City Soap. Fans of Buff City Soap, we have some great news. The thing you've been asking for is finally here. It's a brand new product launch, liquid bath soap. We're here to talk with Julia Evans O'Brien, the Director of Marketing, to learn a little bit more. And first of all, Julia, if you would, remind us what the brand is all about, because that's actually where the story begins with this liquid soap.
Yeah, we are a handmade and plant-based soap and scent company. We've recently expanded to home products, so I've had you back a couple times now to talk about our incredible laundry products, candles. Well, something that people have been begging for is finally here, so we're here to talk about our brand new product today. This product is actually formulated with coconut-derived ingredients, and that's how you're getting that lather, so it still sticks to our plant-based promise. So we're super excited about the product.
What else have you put in here that is great for your skin?
So it's very moisturizing. It's infused with almond oil, so that's another one that sets us apart from our competitors. So I think you're really gonna love how your skin feels after. Sometimes too, those chemicals in our competitors like dry out your skin, suck out all the moisture.
Yep, and you're needing lotion immediately.
Yes, yes. So this is amazing. So this is just another added moisture to your daily routine, and it comes in amazing scents that we have now, and yeah, we're excited to add it to the lineup.
I'm glad you brought up scents because you are the scent capital to
yes.
me. Yes. You have such a wide range. I do always want to bring up that even more masculine scents
yes.
are available. So can you talk to me about the scents that you have in the liquid body wash right now, and then what you're planning to do with expansion?
Yeah, so we have our 7 best-selling fragrances that we selected for our initial launch. Those are some unisex, some more masculine, some more feminine, so it's kind of a broad range to get us started. And then our plan is by the end of the year to hopefully be able to customize the scent in any of our scents in the store. So that is on the agenda. We haven't quite gotten there yet, but hopefully by the end of the year we'll have that as an offer.
Well, you keep expanding every single time something new. And speaking of, something else that's relatively new is also liquid-based.
Yes, so our liquid laundry soap launched last year as well. So we had the powder for so long, people were begging for the liquid again. Same thing applies. We were having trouble formulating something that was plant-based and could also give that lather people were looking for, that foaming in the laundry tub. So we finally got it. It's a maximum cleaning strength with still plant-based products. So it's incredible.
So you guys actually have a special deal going on for your new launch.
Yeah, so the entire month of May, so May 1st through the end of the month, we have 2 for $30 body wash. We're trying to get it in people's hands, try it out, try mix and match scents, see what you fall in love with, and then hold on to it because we might be able to customize at the end of the year.
Ooh.
Ooh, sounds good to me. Yes. Really exciting time. Thank you, Julia.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Learn more about the new body wash and all products available at buffcitysoap.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Buff City Soap. Welcome back, everybody. If you're into glamping, spending time in the hill country, or just discovering hidden gems, Cameron Ranch Glamping has just opened a brand new spot near Lake Bastrop, and founder Garrett Brown is here to tell us more about it. Garrett, good morning.
Good morning. I'm super excited to be here.
This is really interesting to me because it's got such a cool underpinning. Talk to me about Cameron Ranch and what it is y'all do, because this is actually the second location. So you guys have had a first location for a while now. How did that get started?
So we really built Cameron Ranch Glamping. We wanted to be the premier unique stay destinations in Texas. We built it named after my brother who struggled with mental health, and we wanted to honor everybody in the mental health awareness, capacity that everybody is trying to go after here now. So that and sustainability were our main factors of why we created Cameron Ranch Glamping.
So sustainability, and is it that you're encouraging people to get back to nature, back to the outdoors?
Yep.
As a place of calming, a place of healing?
Absolutely. Our phrase basically we like to use is we want you to disconnect to reconnect. Basically remind you that you can go out with your loved ones and just calm down from all the hustle and bustle in the world out there now. So there's so much noise out there. We just want to remind people that you can take a break and enjoy the small moments with your family or loved ones.
Yeah, my husband never fully turns off his phone. You know what I mean?
I think we're all a little guilty of that.
A little bit guilty of that, but what a beautiful place to go and relax.
Yeah.
And I just want to make sure that we give a shout out to your mama, because this is a family-run business.
Absolutely. I co-founded it with my mom, and we've been going at it for a few years now.
I love it. Okay, so you've just opened your second location. Talk to us about this newest project.
Yes, we just partnered with LCRA Parks. We're at Lake Bastrop South Shore Park, which is a 900-acre lake, and they have kayaking, fishing, you can boat docks, putt-putt, there's hiking trails. It's one of the most beautiful places I've been. Even the first day I stepped on, there was a family of deer walking by. You saw woodpeckers and road runners going by. It was just such a peaceful place that when we were able to get this partnership together with LCRA Parks, I knew it was going to be just a great venture together for both sides.
Wonderful. And I'll remind folks, Bastrop kind of does have a different geology than we do even here in Austin. More trees grow. Yeah. It's greener out there because technically they get more of those kind of coastal storms. That's the old meteorologist in me popping up, but I just am telling people that because it is really gorgeous.
It's amazing.
Surprisingly so. You're really proud to be working with LCRA Parks as a partnership. Why did you choose Lake Bastrop, and where are you hoping to go with this expansion?
So the whole LCRA Parks organization is amazing. So everybody from top to bottom, and they embodied a lot of the same things we wanted to bring when we talked about, mental health awareness, sustainability, and everything they have built over there. The infrastructure is amazing. You don't even have to leave the site, maybe to just get some of the amazing food that's around Bastrop, but all the activities are on site.
Buc-ee's is there, y'all.
Buc-ee's is there. Buc-ee's is there, and I love a good Buc-ee's run. That's one of my favorite things to do over there, but you don't even have to leave to enjoy everything over there, so it's amazing.
Awesome. And so speaking of staying at the place that you have created, you have 2 currently on site.
Yes.
We are hoping for more eventually, but it's Oud?
Oud, yes. So,
do you guys see, even with umlauts over the O's, that is a word I've never said before.
Yes, Oud Mirror House it's a company from Estonia, which is in Eastern Europe. They're very prominent all over Europe. There's quite a few of these extremely unique mirror cabins, and now they have just came to the United States. They opened their manufacturing facility in Houston, Texas.
Wow!
Our spot in Houston, Texas, that I have quite a few unique stays there. We were the first ones to have a mirror cabin in Texas, and it does amazing out there. We have a ton of amazing reviews, proposals, anniversaries, bachelorette parties. Everything under the sun has been out there, and we're so happy to bring this to the Lake Bastrop South Shore Park now.
I'm looking at all the cool pictures because it's really selling me a dream. Kind of Scandinavian in the way that you guys have approached this, which I feel like is always more nature forward.
Absolutely.
What does a mirror house actually mean?
So the founders of the Oud Mirror House company, Jack and Andreas, they wanted to create something that seamlessly blended within nature to really make it as in, you know, with the floor to ceiling windows within inside of it. Like, you pretty much, while you're staying in, it's a rather small cabin, but you feel like you're basically in luxury in nature. And so not everybody wants to go pitch a tent, but people love going outside and being out, but not everybody wants to rough it necessarily. Not everybody has an RV maybe to go travel around to all these amazing parks that are out there. But we wanted to bring a bit of that luxury to nature to really give people, you know, the impact that we're trying to deliver to their lives.
I've seen fabric yurts, my friend. This is glamping.
Yes. This is the glamorous in glamping.
Yeah, sure. It's the glamorous part, absolutely. And it's really beautiful. I can't believe you get to do so many cool things there. I do want to talk about other amenities that are available because you, my friend, have a background in hospitality and helping people. Service forward is kind of the way you are.
Yeah, we want to make it as, you know, streamlined for people when they get there. We're going to have wood-fired hot tubs very soon. We're putting on site that are from Estonia as well. We have, you know, games, books, record players inside the units, queen memory foam mattresses. We'll still have Wi-Fi on site, you know, just in case. We recommend, you know, put your phone away and, you know, break from it. But we know everybody has, you know, things that they want to desire there. There'll be barbecue pits, outdoor decks and seating areas, and just, you know, ensuite bathrooms. You don't even have to walk out the unit to go to a luxurious rainfall shower head in the unit. It's from top to bottom. Like, Oud Meerhouse Company has built out such a great product, and partnering with LCRA Parks with all the things they provide, like, we're just so happy to be able to provide this for everyone.
I can literally see the ideas coming out of your brain as you're talking. You're so excited about it, and what an exciting time. Okay, I do want to ask, who's it for when we talk about like the size of the mirror houses, or like what people might be looking for? Who would be like an ideal person or a couple of people to stay at?
Yeah. So ideally, we recommend 2 people staying in them. We've had smaller families, couples, you know, romantic getaways, things like that. But luckily, we have 2 on site, so you could book both of them together. They're right near each other, so you could have a couple people come together, or you can enjoy the LCRA, you know, the Lake Bastrop South Shore Park. Maybe you have friends that have RVs and you want to go join them there, and you want to be in a little bit more of a luxurious place. And
don't tell them, because once they see
they're going to want to come stay for sure. So they might come. They might be in the bed next to you, and you're like, wait, I thought you had your RV here. So.
You pitch your tent outside. I get to stay in the glamping area. Such a cool concept, and I think it's got some really cool ideas behind it. Thank you, Garrett, so much for your time.
Thank you for letting me be here.
All right, guys, don't miss out on your Summer Hill Country getaway. You can book your stay right now at CameronRanchGlamping.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Biohaven. Austin Clinical Trial Partners is one of 70 research sites in the United States conducting a clinical trial aimed at addressing MDD, or major depressive disorder. Dr. Donald J. Garcia Jr. is here to talk to us more about a current study. Dr. Garcia, if we can, from the top, let's just talk about what MDD, or major depressive disorder, actually is.
Most everybody's heard about depression, but then major depressive disorder is not really clear. We all feel depressed from time to time about things that happen in our life, but sometimes depression goes to a level where it affects us in a functional way. And major depressive disorder is a clinical diagnosis for a depression that lasts at least 2 weeks long, and it can go for weeks or months or even in some cases years. People will describe loss of interest or pleasure in activities that they normally enjoy, and they might have other symptoms like insomnia, trouble concentrating, feeling hopeless or helpless or worthless, or having changes in their appetite like undereating or overeating.
Let's talk about the clinical trial that you're recruiting for.
So here at Austin Clinical Trial Partners, we're doing a clinical trial that's sponsored by Biohaven Pharma, and the study is looking at a drug which is investigational right now. BHV 7000 is the study, It's looking at people between the age of 18 and 75 who have a clinical depression that has lasted at least 2 months long. But it's essentially looking at this novel mechanism of action that this drug has, which works in a different way than any other drug that we have right now on the market.
Okay, so how can people get some more information? Especially I think about those who think, okay, maybe I've got depression. I don't have in my hands a clinical diagnosis from a psychiatrist. If they just want to learn more and see if they are a fit for this study, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, our website, austinclinicaltrialpartners.com, is one source. And if people feel like, if any person feels like they might have a depression, they can also talk to their family doctor. Family doctors are trained at diagnosing depression and can do an assessment. There is no cost associated with participating in a clinical trial. We provide the medical evaluation. We don't bill the patient. We don't bill insurance. And that's often a question that people have who are interested. In addition, there's a small stipend that we pay for travel.
It's really interesting stuff today, Doctor. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
For more information about the trial and how to participate, visit mddclinicalstudy.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Biohaven. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Best Reviews. The weather is turning lovely, and it means it's time to head back outdoors. And this year, how about bringing a few extra items to make the days more enjoyable? Jessica Wills and Rachel Moore are standing by with top products for your next outdoor adventure from consumer resource Best Reviews.
With some little hints of warmer weather occasionally peeking through, many of us just cannot wait for some days out in the sun. Joining us now with the top tested products to help you enjoy a day at the park is Senior Director of Content Operations from BestReviews.com, Jacob Palmer. Hey, Jacob, how are you?
Hey, thanks for having me. You know, people always tell me I have the best job, and I agree for a few reasons, but today is one of those reasons because I love to be able to set people up and say, hey, fun time ahead. Here's your checklist. If you need something new, pick it off now.
Yeah, it looks like we've got so many good ones here, and this is getting me so excited for the nicer weather outside. Okay, let's start here.
This is, number one, perfect price. It's going to come in around $45. It's from Down Under. And what's great about this is we're talking about it heating up. We're talking about everything getting warmer. Well, there's a lot of people out there that are always cold no matter what the temperature is telling you. This is perfect for them because it is waterproof, windproof, perfect for that ball game. You know, obviously, you're going in the spring, even some of the summer evenings. You know, it gets a little cold out there. This is perfect for them, so we absolutely love it. Comes in the carrying case, so super easy to bring with you in your next park day.
Yeah, and it's cozy on the inside, but then it looks like the outside is lined with some kind of, you know, thing that is weather protectant.
Exactly, and the fleece is so much thicker than you can even tell from at home right now. So perfect for that person that loves the warm temperatures, but is still gonna be cold.
Yes, awesome. Okay, now when it is hot outside, here's what we need. Some of these things, what have we got here?
Well, you know, some dermatologists would tell you that you need the sunscreen every single day. SPF, no matter what. I live by that, certainly. And this is the mineral sunscreen. We ran it through the testing lab, and what we were trying to find is that this is such the theme now, where everybody wants the mineral sunscreen, but there is kind of those downsides with it that I think a lot of people are aware of now with the film and how you can leave kind of this white residue behind. This is going to be a high-end sunscreen that's worth checking out. You'll be able to get it from the QR code at the end of my time here, and this is going to be a great one to stock up, especially ahead of those sunnier months when you want to make sure you're protecting your skin.
Yes, we got to also protect the eyes, Jacob. Tell us about the glasses we've got.
So obviously everybody knows Ray-Bans. I'm not going to be breaking any new ground here. But what's great about this is that as we get ready for the season, you're going to be finding better deals on it. And so that's going to be a great one to check out.
Okay, and I feel like with the sales, you have to prepare what you want ahead of time. So it's good to have that insider tip that they might be on there. That's a great one. All right, let's talk about the watch here.
So finally, the Fitbit. This is great for when you want to bring your workout outside. Obviously, people are going to be wanting to run more and be able to hit those exercises wherever they can. This was our favorite fitness tracker for the fitness enthusiasts. We ran through a bunch of them. You know, if you want sleep tracking, maybe look for something else. But if you're just looking to maybe start that new running program, maybe you want to train up for a 10K at the end of the season, this is going to be a great one because it has the best metrics that it will give you, and it really keeps you honest, keeps you engaged, make sure that you get up and get going, which I think is a lot of time the hardest thing to do.
The motivation, yes. Okay, we're getting the beach body, and then we need the beach accessories. Jacob, tell us about this.
Well, this caught your eye as soon as
I love it.
As soon as it's on the set.
Vintage.
obviously the vintage look, which is huge right now. This has got that kind of 90s Barbie core look that I think so many people are into right now. They ran this out last year, but they are still running with it, and you can still find them for sale. So if you like this look, it is coming at a great, great price. And obviously, this is going to be a statement when you pull up to the park and you've got all of your beverages in here. I think everybody will know your personality is shining through a little bit.
So cutie, I love it. I feel like anything vintage is coming back. And of course, inside, so insulated, so fluffy in here, so everything's going to stay nice and cold or hot, depending on what you're doing out there. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, let's talk about the water bottle we've got here.
So Owala. So every year we do what we call Parch Madness, and we come together and we test a bunch of different water bottles. The name is great. I totally understand the name's great, but it's Parch Madness, and we're trying to get the best water bottle, and Owala is winning this year because we just absolutely love their designs. We've ran them on the show a few times before, and you always know we've got different colors and different options that people can use. And then I personally have been using this all week on my vacation last week because it is the best way to stay hydrated. I was down in the desert, and you got to be very proactive with staying hydrated, and this was a great one because it's just so easy in keeping the water cold. It's got a bunch of different ways that you can actually drink the water, and at the end of the day, it sounds silly, but it does make a difference and helps out.
Yeah, totally. Tell us about the spout, because I feel like that is different from some other, like this Stanley, it tips over and then it all spills out. So what is it different about this one?
It won't do that, but it comes with the same straw. So you get that straw effect, and you can still, sip on it like you would the Stanley, but you don't have to worry about keeping it upright. Obviously, you can throw it around. There are a ton of different ways that you can use it, and so it comes with that spout directly in there that we can see right there. So it's like it basically works as a straw when you suck right there.
Love it. Okay, perfect. So great. Now we got to get the games, of course.
Yes.
When you're camping or out at the beach, people don't want to get bored. So what have we got there?
So yes, you absolutely nailed it. I feel like everywhere you go, when it gets warmer, especially the guys, they want to get out, they want to toss something around, they want to have some level of competition, or else we just don't feel comfortable hanging out with each other. And so this is Coob, which I am declaring the yard game of the year. I think it's starting to pick up in popularity. To run through it really quickly, you basically will toss different blocks at a different set of blocks, and then it's kind of a territory game, and at the end, you knock over the king block here, and then that will be the winner. So you're tossing things, so you get that going. There's a little bit of strategy involved. It's definitely a team game, and it's a lot of fun. I definitely stand by it.
All right, Jacob, thank you so much. So many fun things here today. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. All right, Best Reviews is always bringing us the most fun products. Best Reviews owned by our parent company, Nexstar. For more on these products or others, head to bestreviews.com or scan the QR code on your screen right now.
You can find more on these products and where to buy them by going to our website, kxan.com, and searching for Best Reviews. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Best Reviews, which is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Nautical Boat Club. Hey everybody, we're coming to you from on the water with Nautical Boat Club's newest location at Hudson Bend. It's the 4th location for Austin's only boating country club. And Kyle Hendricks and Macy Milliken, club managers, are here to tell us a little bit more. So Kyle, very first question for you, my friend. Give me the definition of a boat club.
A boat club is an alternative to boat ownership. Nautical Boat Club is a boating country club. So similar to reserving a tee time at the golf course, you come down to the lake and you reserve one of our boats in the fleet.
Macy, I want to ask you a little bit about how membership works and what's included in it.
Yeah, so it's really easy. You start by paying a one-time initiation fee and then monthly dues over an annual membership period. We buy boats from the top dealers in the area like Axis and Mastercraft, Supreme, Bennington, Cobalt, and we have a boat for every water sport that you could want to do, whether it's wake surfing, skiing, tubing, fishing.
And talk to me about how much boat knowledge you need to have before you become a member.
None. Whenever you become a member, it doesn't matter what your experience is with boating. You're going to get one-on-one training with one of our extensively trained managers. We're going to do an in-depth review of the lake map so that you can navigate the lake with confidence and safe boating knowledge.
Okay. And then how do we go about reserving once we're, official members and we're taking maybe the family out for the weekend?
Yes, so you're going to have the ability to make reservations online. You're going to choose the boat you want, the time you want, the accessories that you want, and you show up for the reservation. All of the equipment's going to be on the boat ready for you. We send you out, you go out for a fun and safe day on the water. You come back, drop it off. We take care of all of the maintenance and cleaning from there.
Logistically on the lake, you're really close to a lot of the hot spots on the lake. 2 miles from Devil's Cove or directly across from Cypress Creek, Beachside Billy's and the water park down there, and they've got the zip line right across here. Maybe 6 miles from the dam, which everybody loves to cruise and go see. So it's a really good spot to be at as far as being in the middle of everything.
We still have 80 to 100 feet of water out here in the lake, so it is a fun and safe experience out here.
Well, this sounds awesome. So if somebody's watching today and they can't wait to get the family started or maybe just get a membership for themselves, how can they get going with y'all?
They can find us on our website or give us a call. We would love to get them out for a tour of the club because seeing the club in person is really going to show you the nautical difference.
The nautical difference. Okay, thank you both so much for your time. And Macy, thank you for keeping us safe on this boat because she's been driving in real time, y'all.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to have you.
Get started with a club tour today at nauticalboatclub.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Nautical Boat Club. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by The Travel Mom.
Hello and greetings from the world famous Atlantis, Bahamas, Paradise Island. This iconic resort is simply spectacular and offers something for everyone. Whether you're looking for family fun, a girls' getaway, or romantic escape, you can find it here. There are 4 unique towers, each with their own flavor and personality. The beaches are gorgeous, and I love a water park, and this one exceeds all expectations. They've got a 141-acre water park called Aquaventure. If you like casino gaming action, you're gonna love Atlantis, Bahamas, because they've got that here. There's also so many ways to enjoy nightlife with more than 40 restaurants, bars, and lounges. There's great food and dining options for everyone, and they've introduced some new experiences at Atlantis. They've got Good Lies mini golf experience. You can see Junkanoo parades in Marina Village twice a week. There's the magic show of famous magician Rob Lake and world-class A-list entertainment with live performances. And this is the ideal time to save on a vacation to Atlantis because their summer sale that runs through Memorial Day weekend and has your travels covered all the way through November will save 25% off of your room rate and up to $1,000 in resort credits to be used here at Atlantis, Bahamas. To learn more about that and start planning your trip, go to atlantisbahamas.com. I'm Emily Kaufman, the Travel Mom, wishing you and your family happy travels from the Atlantis.
Preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by The Travel Mom. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Lowe's. Something cool and useful is happening at Lowe's. You can check out their kitchen design demos utilizing the Apple Vision Pro. Zach Ronhar, Senior Lead Designer, is here to tell us more. Zach, first question for you. What can customers do at these demos? What's the idea here?
So, as you know, if you've done a remodel or anything, once you walk in here, it's kind of a different world. So once you get in here, it's this huge barrier for entry. And what these demos do is, one, it kind of drives inspiration for everybody. Makes it much more of a friendly experience, whereas normally you're kind of locked in, oh, I like a traditional style. Whereas now with these demos, you just get to walk in and show us exactly what you're looking for.
Tell me how it actually works, because we're looking at just 3 devices, but this is actually the whole setup.
That's it. It's I'm amazed with our Innovation Labs team because they put together a very user-friendly and intuitive experience. So you have a mirror iPad, which is going to show exactly what whoever has the headset on is seeing. That's great because if you have customers with a partner, you don't have to play this headset swapping game. It's all right there, they can see it. Check that out. We also have a companion app for our less tech-inclined customers. So whenever they're coming in, if they're not liking the UI or anything like that, if you say, make those cabinets gray or something like that, I can do it on that companion app for you.
Let's discuss kind of the things that you can choose. Lots of different options for lots of different little things. So you can customize this totally.
That's right. You can change door style, you can change colors, countertops, you can change flooring, walls, even the appliances. And it's all Lowe's product we actually carry. So you don't have to go hunt for something similar. It's all right there. We can help you pick it out. Makes it much easier.
It makes it much easier, I agree. All right, why is Lowe's hosting these demos?
It makes it less of this dreadful process of having to go through and pick out all of your different options and bring it to a designer in a way that they understand. It makes it much easier for just walk in the door, you see something off at the house, and you're like, hey, I want to change that. Come on in, we can do it. Whenever you're feeling like you're wanting to change something in the home, get a little inspired. It's a very intuitive experience, so once you come on in, it's not a lot of learning you have to do, and it really kind of shakes up that water.
I like it. Okay, how can the public experience this for themselves?
Yeah, so the easy thing is, if we do walk-ins as well, but we prefer you do it an appointment. There's a little QR code you can scan where you can make an appointment, come on in, so we're ready for you. Let's get some ideas going. Start a conversation, go through it.
Oh, I like that. All right, some really cool ideas here. Zach, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
5 stores in Austin are hosting these kitchen design demos using the Apple Vision Pro. Scan the QR code on your screen to make an appointment today. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Lowe's. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform.